Okay, so you should have done the calculator instruction handout just before this. And so now we're going to talk about, go through some of these examples here. So if this here is a cubic, then this is what makes it a cubic graph. It has to have an x cubed in it. Um, so if this a value is 0, if I just hide that, then it just simply becomes a quadratic equation. Okay, so um, so just to do this first one here, um, if I hit zoom 6, that gets me a standard 10 by 10 window. That's often really good to start off with. So let's just type in this first equation. I'm going to hit y equals, I'm going to clear this other equation. I'm going to type in 2x caret cubed, 2x cubed. Okay, and let's move it over here. It looks like there's a weird glare. Okay, so if I hit graph, then you'll see that it looks like this. Okay, now some people were like, well, how do I know, how do I make it perfect looking, how do I make it look good? So if you push second graph, you can get a table. So second graph to get a table. Okay, and that gets me these points here. So at -2, -16, I have this point here. At -1, -2, I'm right about there. At 0, 0, I'm right there. 1, 2, I'm about there. And 2, 16, I'm about right there. Okay, there is no minimum or maximum. There's never a top of a mountain or anything like that. So that's about all you can do with question A. Question B, we want to find the maximum point and the minimum point. Now I've already written this answer here, so let's do this on our own together. Okay, so x cubed. So how do I get the cube in there? So okay, first of all, to get x, I'm going to hit this button right here next to the alpha, x. And now to get it cubed, I have to hit this little caret thing underneath clear. And now I type 3. Okay, and I have to arrow forward here so that I get out of that exponent there. Okay, and now I do -2x plus 6. Okay, I've got my equation in here, and I hit graph, and then it looks like that. So to find the maximum, this guy here, just like we did in the steps on here, I'm going to hit second trace. I'm going to arrow down to where it says maximum and hit enter. It says left bound, so I want to go to the left of where my pen is pointing. See the blinking X? Okay, so now I'm going to the left. That's probably good enough. I hit enter. Now it says right bound. I have to arrow to the right of where my pen is pointing. That's good enough. Don't go way over here. Then the calculator doesn't know what on earth you're doing. So here I'm to the I'm to the right of the top of the hill. Then I hit enter. It says guess. I hit enter again, and it tells me this coordinate is -0.86, 7, and that's what I have written here. Okay. And then this point here, same thing here. Second trace, and now I'm going to find the minimum. Go to 3, minimum. And so I'm going to arrow over. So I want to find this point where my pen is pointing. So I'm to the left of where my pen is pointing. I hit enter. Now it says right bound. I need to go to the right of where my pen is pointing. Whoa. Hit enter. It says guess. I hit enter, and now it tells me that I'm at 0.82, 4.9. Okay. Question C and E did not have minimums or maximums. Question G, a lot of people were making the same mistake on question G. So for question G, when you type it in, a lot of people were doing this. They typed in x cubed minus 4 x squared minus x plus 6. Oh, oops. That's not what they did. Okay, minus 4x squared minus x minus plus 6. Okay, and then they hit enter, and then it went, oh my gosh, syntax error. You go over here. And so the mistake that I made was this big minus symbol stands for subtraction. And right here, this means we have a negative value, negative x cubed. So to make it negative, I'm going to have to push this button here below the 3. And that's going to make it negative. And all of a sudden, I have this little baby minus. Wait. Okay, and that's what I get to get a negative x squared. And then my graph is going to look just fine. Okay. Same process to get the minimums, maximums, second trace, minimum. Okay, so go over here, enter. Now it says right bound. I'm going to go over here, enter, hit guess. I hit enter, and now it tells me that minimum is negative 2.5, comma, negative 0.88. Okay, same process for maximum. The only other thing to know for here, I had to change the window on this guy here. So here we've got, when we type it in, we get 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 11x plus 6. Okay, I got that all in there. And if I hit graph, you're going to see that it's the top and the bottom kind of got cut off. So to deal with the top and bottom being cut off, I had to adjust the window, and I'm going to make the Y max a little bit bigger, like maybe make it negative 30, and make the Y max positive 30. And then when I do that, and I hit enter, and then I hit graph, now that I've made the Y max and the Y min bigger numbers, now you can see the graph. Okay, so check your answers. Okay, so you probably want some of this vocabulary here, so you might want to hit pause and write this down. Anyways, turning points are when we have maximum or minimums on our graph. Okay, so when I have a cubic graph, there's going to be either no turning points or there's going to be 2 turning points. Okay, a quadratic equation only has 1 max or 1 min. So a cubic graph will have 2 turning points. And all cubic graphs have rotational symmetry about the center. And here are some other things. And what makes this a cubic function is that there's an ax squared term. It needs that in order to be cubic. Alrighty. So you might want to copy this down, check your work. Okay, and then the last page. Okay, and then here's this guy here. If you're just copying this down, you are not learning or practicing how to use the calculator. It's very important that you know the calculator steps. Okay, and the last one.